Morning, it's Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42. It's Friday, the 8th of March. It's market day up at Acorns and Threads, and I was supposed to be going up there this morning, and it's snowing outside. It's Oregon. It's March. It's not supposed to snow. That's okay. I was there yesterday, but we'll get into that. How you doing? I've got stuff to tell you. I've got 3 FFOs to show you. I'm so excited about them that I'm doing a video early. So I've got some stories. I've got the giveaway from last video to do. So let's get this party started, okay? It is Friday. It is the 8th of March. This is my 70th video. When I started doing this, 10 was a goal. 70 kind of blows me away. The fact that I've been doing it almost a year and a half really blows me away. 999 plus subscribers totally blows me away. But that's where we're going to start. I did my giveaway, and I'm giving away, oh heck, do I know what I'm giving away? I mentioned them in the last video. They're upstairs somewhere. The Haunted House Trio and the Panna Clockwork Dragonfly and the Clover Leather Finger Guard. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes I can remember. It's a good day. Anyway, so I have my list of people on my laptop. See if I can do this. And I did my random generator, 1 to 42. And you see number 2 there. Number 2 is Laura. And I have no idea how to pronounce your last name. Gissenas. Gissenas? Gissenas? Did I butcher it? I'm sorry. I will comment on your comment. Send me an email. I'll have my email in the drop-down box. If you're on Instagram, you can message me. I'm StitchyWitch42 there as well as here. Congratulations, Laura, and thank you for entering and for watching. And to everybody who has watched my videos, who have liked and subscribed, thank you so much. It blows me away. Okay. I have notes because I had to sit down and write things down because I don't know about anybody else. I haven't got my hair cut yet. My bangs are still driving me crazy. It's next Tuesday, unless it snows again. I'll get over it. I'll get over it. I don't know about how anybody else does their videos, but once I finish a video, I start making notes on something that I want to talk about the next time. And then I have to kind of unravel my notes and put them into some kind of order because they're random things. They're just totally random things. But yeah, normally I do my videos on Mondays. Mondays works for me. My last video I did on Wednesday because of snow. And today I'm doing my video on a Friday instead of 3 days from now because I have my finishes to share with you, and they're good. I think they're good. And I'm excited about them, and yeah. So I'm doing my video early. So let me see. Close the laptop, move the notebook. Okay, we're going to start with the story first because why not? I did my video last week because on a Wednesday because of the snow. On Friday, I was doing stuff on my phone and I got a notice that I had an update available on my phone. Did I want to do it now? And I said, no, I didn't want to do it now. So I set it to do it at like 11 o'clock at night, which has never been a problem. Friday night before I went to bed, I made sure that I had my alarm turned on because I use my phone as my alarm for getting up on the days I go to work. Saturday morning, Mark reaches over in bed and touches my arm and he goes, "Audrey, aren't you supposed to be up?" And I sit up in bed and I look at the clock next to my bed and it's 3:45 instead of 3 o'clock in the morning, and I am now in panic mode because I have to try to get ready and out the door so that I can be at my store, which is 40 miles away from me, at 5 o'clock in the morning. So my lovely husband goes, "Would you like me to go downstairs and make your coffee and get your breakfast sandwich ready?" "Yes, please. That would be so helpful." He didn't have to, but he did. I'm upstairs, I'm putting makeup on. He hollers up and he goes, "About how long till you're going to be down here?" And I said, "Well, maybe 10 minutes. And he goes, "Okay." And I heard the front door open and close, but it didn't register anything, you know, other than the fact that I heard it. I finish upstairs, I come downstairs, I'm in the kitchen. Mark has already got my coffee going in a travel mug. I don't usually take my coffee with me, I drink it at home. I make sure that my sandwich is cooked. Mark comes in, and while I'm facing this way to do my stuff, he's standing back here and I don't see him, and he goes, "I didn't cook your sandwich yet." And I said, "That's okay, I got it." And he goes, "All right." And then I hear the front door open and close again. And again, I'm not registering that front door opening and closing other than I'm hearing it because I'm in panic mode. Gotta get ready, gotta go to work. I get my sandwich ready, I have my coffee ready, I go grab my phone, I put it in my wallet, and my keys aren't on the table. And that's when the door opening and closing clicked in. Mark's gone out and he's got my car started to warm it up for me. So I go walking outside and here are my husband's naked legs. And I look at him and he's standing in our carport. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, it's dark out, there's no neighbors around, there's nobody to see him but me. And my husband is standing out there in his jacket and his slippers. 36-degree weather, 4 o'clock in the morning, to warm my car up for me so that I can get to work. I don't need Valentine's Day to know that this man loves me, because he was standing outside in his jacket and his slippers to make sure that my car was warmed up. Yeah. So, we did one giveaway at the beginning of this video. I'm going to do another one at the end of the video, but we'll talk about that later on. Oh my God, the light, it looks like I have rabbit ears. I guess I'm going to have rabbit ears today. There you go. Okay, so my last video I was talking about the pattern that I was stitching. The one that I had found, the meme, and I had posted it in the Stitcher's Coven, and one of the lovely ladies there, Pamela, had charted it for me. And so I was stitching on it, and I posted that I thought I was going to run out of my witch's brew. Well, I kind of knew that when I started stitching it, that I probably wouldn't have enough to do the whole thing. So I had a plan in mind when I started it. And when I made that post that I was going to run out of the witch's brew, it was because I was in one word. I was in the word thine, T-H-I-N-E. And I had the T and the H done, and I wasn't sure if my strand of floss would be enough to finish the I-N-E. Well, it was, and there was a little bit left over. I got a message from Lisa, the silver stitcher. And she goes, "Is your plan what I think it is?" "I don't know. What do you think it is?" Anyway, she kind of nudged me in a direction that was already in my mind. She just kind of gave me that extra push. And if you've watched me at all, you know that I have a different sense of humor. If you can't laugh at yourself, if you can't laugh at life, it's sad. It's sad. And I laugh at a lot of things, and I laugh at myself a lot. I've got bunny ears, okay? I am trying to make sure I keep my head in the right spot so those bunny ears stay there, because I think it looks... Oh, God. Anyway, so Lisa, the silver stitcher, she nudged me to finish my piece a certain way. And I got the stitching done on Monday. And now I'm trying to think of how I'm going to finish it. The original meme, if you're in the Stitcher's Coven and you saw the original meme, I liked the way that looked. I liked the dark background. I liked the light color letterings. I liked the scroll work that was up at the top of it. All of it together just totally appealed to me, and I thought, how can I replicate that? And then I remembered I had some painter's canvases upstairs in my craft room. And I thought, okay, I can do something there. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought 4 colors of paint. Lamp black, stormy gray, sky gray, and lilac. And I posted a picture on Instagram when I had painted the canvas with the black and the stormy gray, that I was channeling my inner Morticia Adams, because here's this canvas and it's all black except for the edges. And I kind of wrapped the paint around the edges of the painter's canvas because I wanted that look. Then I came back in later and I taped off and painted a border around the edge of the canvas. And then Tuesday morning I got up and I used paper bags as my canvas, first of all, to play with trying to do the scroll work. And it didn't work. It didn't work. I could get one side to look the way I wanted it to, but trying to reverse it and doing it on the other side, the other direction, I didn't like it. So I went with something much simpler, and I posted a picture of that on Instagram. While that was setting aside, I went and took my stitched piece and I had Mark cut down some foam core for me, because he's really good at doing the measurements and cutting things nice and straight and smooth. And I did the pin and tape method of mounting, doing a flat mount. So now I've got my canvas that's painted. I have my flat mount. How I attach them is I use command strips. I use the ones that are used for hanging paintings or pictures on walls. I use the medium-sized ones because they're like really heavy Velcro, plastic Velcro. And I put the 2 pieces together. I stick them on the back of the foam core because that way I can position them where I want them on that. And then I positioned it on the canvas. Turn the canvas over on my ironing board, and I could feel where the command strips were underneath it. So I just sat there and rubbed it really tight to make sure that I had a good connection between the painted canvas, the command strip, and the foam core. And Amy, I know waiting is the hardest part, but here it is. This is the top of it. This is the paint work that I did. Here's the stitch piece. And there's the little added embellishments that Lisa, the silver stitcher, kind of encouraged me to add to it. So this is the piece that was charted by Pamela from the meme that I showed in the Stitcher's Coven. I think that this turned out way better than I thought it would. I wanted this kind of look to it because it reminds me of what the original picture looked like. And I don't know if you, well, you can. There is the little border that I stitched up, or painted up and around it, just to give it an extra added element. But here it is. Thou shalt shutteth thy pie hole, and calmeth thine titties. It is stitched in my witch's brew, with the exception of pie hole and titties, which are stitched in DMC 30. I took my witch's brew down to High School Pharmacy. They have a full spinner rack of DMC there, and then they have the small rack with the new numbers, the 1 through 39. And I took each of the light purple colors out, and I ran it against my, I ran it against my witch's brew and tried to find one that would blend with it the most. And DMC 30 was perfect. So, you know, unless you really know what to look for, they look similar, but pie hole and titties are DMC 30. The rest is my witch's brew. See, Amy, I didn't make you wait too long. Yesterday was first meetup, Thursday meetup at Acorns and Threads. And I tell you, I love going up there. I love the way that group has grown and evolved and changed, and sometimes the original four are there, sometimes they're not. Someone who is there almost all the time is Darlene, and I'm glad she is. But there was Marion, and the lady next to her, I think her name was Mary Jean. Mary Jean or Mary Jane? Mary Jean? I don't know. Margaret, Jennifer, Lisa Rael, Darlene, Wendy, and Stephanie. One of the things that I love about this group is that the friendships that have evolved from it. When we first started going up there and we first started meeting up, I think it was the second, possibly, I'm pretty sure it was the second meetup, that Lori McClary, textilist, came down because she had seen Linda Jo's video of our first meetup, and she thought that it was fun and she had to come check out her tribe. Well, Lori McClary and Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher, they both live in Olympia, and they love to stitch, they love to quilt, they hit it off, they became friends, they've done lots of fun little things together, they've even done a couple videos together. The grand tour of Lisa's craft room, which is, it's awesome. I've been there. It's kind of amazing. She has a lot of stuff, and it's really kind of amazing. But anyway, there have been other friendships that have come from this group, and who doesn't like that? There's a lady that started coming, I want to say, and she's going to correct me if I'm wrong, I think she came to the November meetup, and she's been at them ever since. Is that right, Stephanie? I'm pretty sure it was November, because I know you were there December. But I think your first one was November, maybe. Anyway, she met another lady who has come a couple of times named Wendy. And again, they hit it off, and a friendship was started. And they decided that a once-a-month meetup wasn't enough, so they started doing a mid-month meetup at Wendy's house. And they would invite a couple of people over, have lunch and stitch. I got to go there, was it 2 Thursdays ago? Fantastic lunch. Wendy made salmon and roasted potatoes and steamed green beans, and oh my God, it was so good. I got to play with her cat, Penelope. I posted a little video of Penelope on Instagram because why not? I don't have any cats, so I'll post Wendy's cats. Anyway, the reason I'm talking about these two ladies is because they're my shout out this week. They did their first video. They are Pixie Dust Stitchers. And it's video 1, parts A and B. They are two very, very nice ladies, and go check them out, give them some love, because we all deserve love, right? Right. Okay, check my notes, see what's going on. Thursday at Acorns, first meetup. I had dropped off 2 pieces to be finished with Jolyn last month. The first one was Notforgotten Farm's Rest Thy Scissors. Now the picture shows the piece finished in this little black box. When Jolyn had her finished piece up at Acorns, she had it in a little black box that her husband made to replicate what this one looks like. And she said if anybody wanted to, they could buy a box from her husband. And so when I got this pattern, the whole idea was I'm going to stitch it. I'm going to stitch it on the recommended size because that's what fits the box. And I'm going to take it up to Jolyn and have her finish it with the box her husband made. And here is Rest Thine Scissors. I mean, this is a gorgeous box. It's very simple, very basic, but it's handmade. And I love things that are handmade. You know, you can't put a price on things that are handmade, but you know that somebody took the time and the effort to cut and to measure and to put it together and to paint it and to finish it. And then Jolyn finished it. She added pom-poms around the inside there. And I just think this is spectacular. It really is. But she did another piece for me. Oh God, she did another piece for me. Wednesday night. Wednesday night I got a call from Lori at Acorns to let me know that the stuff that I had Janine purchase for me from Market had come in. So I knew I would be picking those up when I went up there yesterday. And I got the first 3 hands-on designs: Spooky Apothecary, Bitter Brew, Broomstick Fuel, and Bat Balm. And I'm going to get all 9 of them. I have ideas. It's percolating. It's in there, you know. But then I got another call Wednesday night, and this one was from a number that I didn't recognize, so I didn't answer it. And it went to voicemail, so I'm curious. I went and listened to it, and it was Jolyn, and she goes, I'm going to send you pictures of the 2 pieces that I finished for you. Rest Thy Scissors, and the other piece I took up. When I got the picture, oh my God, I wanted to cry. I loved it so much. When I went up yesterday, she comes walking around the counter and she's got this bag in her hands, and when I get excited, I bounce. I do. It was just, I'd seen the picture, and the picture was gorgeous, and then I got to see it in real life, and she blew me away. I posted the picture yesterday on Instagram, And I gotta tell you, the pictures just don't do justice to it. The pattern is Ghoul, and I'm showing you the pattern, I'm sorry. Anyway, on the pattern, there is a border. There, we'll do better. There is the border that goes all the way around, and then there's the 2 urns down here, and numbers and flowers. I didn't do that outside border, and I didn't do anything on the bottom here because I had an idea in my head of how I wanted it finished. When I took it up to Jolyn last time and I said, this is what I wanted to do, but I can't figure out how to do it, she got this look on her face like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. And I said, play with it. Make it however you want. And she blew my mind. You need to look up now, because she made me a tombstone out of Ghoul. And this is, she used foam core, not foam core, she used foam. She used foam down here. She used Lady Dot Creations chenille. I think it looks like moss on a tombstone. And I want you to look. She hand stitched all of this together. This is without a doubt the coolest finish I've ever seen of Ghoul. I love it. I love Jolyn. She went above and beyond anything that I could have done myself. And I'm telling you right now, if you need a finisher, you need to call Acorns and Threads. You need to ask for Jolyn, and then you need to let her play, because she can create awesome. This is just wow. So I am going to have all of her information down below. Call her. Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. This is just, I mean, everything about hand-dyed wool on the back from a friend of hers. She hand-stitched this together. This is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is stunning. Christine, thank you for passing the pattern on to me, because I got this out of it, and wow. I used the Call for DMC colors. I switched them up just a little bit down here on this one. I added the red eye. Nothing majorly different, but it's just DMC colors, and it's this spectacular finish. I got my tombstone. Okay. So, I said at the beginning that I was going to do another giveaway. I am going to pass along Ghoul so that somebody could stitch it and contact Jolyn and have their own tombstone made, or whatever else it is that they decide. I'm also going to pass along Rest Thine Scissors, which Jolyn would also finish for you if you so desire. What do you have to do this time? Well, I told you a story at the beginning of my video of just one of the many ways that I know my husband loves me, because he was outside in his jacket and his slippers and nothing else, in 36-degree weather to get my car started and warmed up for me because I was going to be late for work. So what I want from you is a story. A simple little story. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Tell me how you know your significant other, your husband, your partner, how you know they love you. Some simple little thing that they do that makes you know they love you. Please be a subscriber. Again, I don't check. Please be at least 18 years old, or get your parents. I don't think I have anybody who's under 18 who watches me, but I don't know. If there is and you enter, please get your parents' permission to give me your address. Don't say giveaway, and I will keep this open until the next video, and then I will pass the stash. Laura, I'm going to make a comment on your comment. Contact me, get me your address, and I will get your stuff sent out to you. It's 13 days until the first day of spring. I don't want any more snow here. I'm tired of the cold. It makes my feet hurt because I have arthritis in my feet and my ankles, and I'm tired of it. But other than that, I hope everybody has a great day. Live long and stitch on, my friends. Rabbit ears. Bye.